Again, let's continue chapter 6, that is various forms of market. Today I'll be discussing the monopoly market, its meaning, features, then monopolistically competitive market. You need to know only the meaning of monopolistically competitive market. So let's begin. What is monopoly market? The term monopoly is derived from the two Greek words, namely monos and polis. Monos means single and polis means seller. When there is a single seller existing in the market, that market is known as monopoly. So, monopoly is a market structure in which there exists only a single seller of the product, which is no close substitute. For example, the state electricity board. Like in Jharkhand we have JBVNL. It has a monopoly of providing electricity in the particular area. Similarly, we travel in train owned and run by Government of India. Likewise, you may come across a small place with a single newspaper. So, the owner of the newspaper is a monopolist in that area. These are all various examples of monopoly. The various features of monopoly market. First is single seller. Monopoly is a market situation where there is only a single seller and many buyers. In case of one producer controlling the supply of the product, since there is only one producer in a monopoly, difference between the firm and industry disappears under monopoly. However, the number of buyers of the product is large. So, in a monopoly market, there is single seller and large number of buyers. Absence of close substitute. The second feature of monopoly market is that a monopolist produces that type of commodity which has no close substitute. Those goods which can be easily used for each other are available at the same price are known as close substitute. Like we have already studied about complementary goods, substitute goods. Okay. Monopoly market is a market without competition. If there are some of other producers producing close substitute of the product produced by monopolists, there will be competition among them. Monopoly will not exist in case there is competition among producers. For instance, the state electricity board may have monopoly of electric supply in a particular city because there is no other suppliers of electricity there. But distant substitutes may be available there in the form of generator sets. Next, I move on to close entry. A monopoly market is characterized by close entry into the industry. If new firms are allowed to enter into the industry, monopoly will break down. Therefore, there are some barriers or restrictions on the entry of the new firm. These restrictions may take several forms such as patent rights, copyrights, government laws. In view of the closed entry, the monopolist may continue to earn supernormal profits even in the long run. Next is price maker. A monopolist is a price maker as there are no other sellers available in the market. He is the sole producer of the product. He has considerable influence on the market supply of the commodity. Therefore, the monopolist has full control on the price of the commodity. He has the power to influence the market price by changing his output. He can force up the price by reducing the output, and he can force the price down by increasing the output. To the meaning of monopsony market. Monopsony is the mirror image of monopoly. While monopoly refers to the single seller of a commodity, monopsony refers to the single buyer for a commodity. Monopsony can be defined as a situation where there is a single buyer who is not in competition with other buyers for the product which he purchases, and in which the entry into the market by other buyers is impossible. Thus, monopsony market refers to a situation when there is a single buyer of a commodity or services in the market. It applies to any situation in which there is a monopoly element in buying. The single buyer is called a monopsonist. For example, the defense related goods are demanded only by one buyer, that is the government. So here the government is a monopsonist. Similarly, the Maruti Udyog Limited may be the sole buyer of some specialized car components or parts such as radiators from number of small local firms set up exclusively to produce these components or parts. Likewise, in some labor markets, a single firm may be close to a monopsonist. For example, the mining firm in a village or a bricklane may be practically the sole employer of some specialized type of labor. Under monopsony, in the labor market, there is a single buyer of labor who faces a large number of workers. I hope whatever I have explained you today, just read till there, and I think we have some more part left in this chapter that I'll discuss in the next class. Thank you for today.